Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to you on this Friday, December 26th. Hope you all had a wonderful Christmas holiday. Hopefully you had a chance to spend some time with family and friends. We're going to dive into a little bit of a longer range forecast. We're going to talk about some changes coming up in our weather pattern here this weekend. First on your screen, the biggest change that we've got coming up is we'll see a cold front coming through on Sunday afternoon, really into the evening hours. That's going to bring with it, number one, some much colder temperatures, and I'll show you that here in a second. But number two, it will bring with it some rain chances and a very small chance for some severe weather. I alluded to this in my out the door forecast this morning, but just kind of wanted to recover our bases with that. Storm Prediction Center does have us in a marginal threat right now for some severe weather. Again, that is a 5% risk. That is the lowest it could be right now, and I really don't think it's going to be a big threat, but the change in temperature and just the intensity of the cold front is just something to talk about, at least here as we go into the weekend. So again, marginal threat, lowest on the scale that we could have. Now, the Colorado State University machine learning probabilities also see this. They put us in a slight risk for some severe weather on the day Sunday into Sunday evening, but again, not a huge threat out of this at all. If we break it down into their probabilities, notice their biggest probability that they have is a damaging wind threat, and I think that's probably going to be pretty accurate across the area. Let me show you what that looks like on future radar. We'll pick this up first on the higher resolution model. We're still a couple days out, so there are still some details that need worked out, but in general, this will paint us a pretty good idea. Again, warm as we go into today and tomorrow. Highs will be in the 60s both days. And as we go into the day on Sunday, notice Sunday morning, there could be a couple scattered showers out and about ahead of the cold front. And as we go into lunchtime, we'll stop this here now, at lunchtime, or 1 p.m. rather, here's that cold front off to our west in Missouri, up towards the Quad Cities, into southern and eastern Iowa. And as we go into the later evening hours, we'll stop this now at 6 p.m. Sunday night. Notice there's that cold front, there's the showers, and potentially a couple embedded thunderstorms associated with it. It'll push through a little bit later towards the evening hours. Again, a little bit more lower resolution picture, but this will let us see the entirety of the event. There's those rain showers again Sunday morning potentially before we go into the afternoon and evening hours. There's that cold front moving through. This is now about midnight, Sunday night into Monday morning, essentially. That's when we could see this line. That's what the timing looks like, at least right now. Good news is, and notice as it skirts out of here, there's going to be enough cold air behind it that it is possible someone, maybe off to our east or maybe in our neck of the woods, could see a little bit of snow showers wrapped around on the backside of that. That is how strong and how potent this cold front is going to be. So again, severe weather potential, very small. It will really depend on the timing for sure, because we will have dew points that are high in the atmosphere as this front moves through. We're showing you dew points right now. Notice those dew points are in the upper 50s into the 60s, which is plenty of moisture in the atmosphere this time of year to get things going. There will be some wind shear associated with it as well, but really it's going to be that dew point and the wind pulling into it. There's not a whole lot of cape to go around, or that storm juice, that energy that we talk about, especially in the springtime. So just something to kind of keep tabs on. There will be some rain showers at the very least associated with the front on Sunday. But let's talk temperatures for a minute. These are forecast high temperatures for Sunday afternoon. Notice we'll be in the mid-60s at least. Someone may see the upper 60s across the area, especially further south you go. Feels like temperatures are going to be much in the same. Again, mid-60s for much of the area. Now look at the change as we go for your high temperatures on Monday. These are air temperatures. Again, lower 20s across the area. So we're looking at a 40-degree temperature difference, air temperature difference. Factor in the feels like temperature and those strong northwesterly winds behind the front, it's going to feel like the single digits by Monday afternoon. We're talking a 50-plus degree feels like temperature difference between Sunday afternoon and Monday afternoon. So that's going to come as a real system shock to a lot of us. Just be ready for that cold shot of air. That'll last the first couple days into next week. before we moderate to more seasonable temperatures as we go towards the New Year holiday. As we look long range to wrap things up here, 6 to 10 day Climate Prediction Center outlook does keep us in a slightly warmer than normal pattern through Sunday of the new year. And the 8 to 14 day taking us into that first week of January, again, still keeps us in that warmer than normal pattern, but precip stays a little bit above normal as well on the 6 to 10 day, as well as the 8 to 14 day. So that's kind of the shape of the weather at this point. Again, marginal risk of severe weather on Sunday afternoon, evening. I'm thinking, probably closer to that 6 p.m. to midnight time frame right now. It doesn't look like to be a big event, nothing to get too worried about, but know that there could be some rain showers, maybe a couple rumbles of thunder for your Sunday evening. And then the big story is that cold air moving in behind the cold front that'll be in place for your Monday morning commute. So there's that. Stay tuned to the Facebook page for updates as we go throughout the weekend and into the new year. Thank you all for following the page throughout the year. We're up to over 1,600 followers at this point, so thank you so much. Thank you again for sharing things out and liking and encouraging friends and family to follow as well. I really appreciate it. So have a wonderful rest of your holiday weekend. Enjoy it in some form or fashion, and I'll be back for our normal out the door forecasts Monday morning.